And here we go again. Okay. This is his speech of Catilinae to the people he's assembled. Ni, so unless or except, virtus fidusque vostra spectata mihi forent. It's the first bit. Forent's the imperfect. It's an early form of sum, basically. That's plural. So unless vostra, your virtue and fides, loyalty, spectata is the female version of a past passive of specto, which means has been seen, taking a dative to me. So, unless your virtues and loyalty have been seen by me, to me, nequequam, the I again, shows you it means in vain, and not nequaquam, which looks the same but with an A. In vain, the opportuna res cacidis. This opportunable circumstances would have fallen in vain, unless they'd been seen by me. Spes magna, great hope, dominato, in manus frustra fuescent. So this domination or control would have been fuescent in the hands, menibus, another word meaning in vain, frustra. It's two of the most common ways of saying in vain or to no fruit. Aneque ego per ignavia aut vana ingenia inserto procertus captarem. So neither did I, through the ignavia's cowardice or vana ingenia, just means empty or a worthless sort of characteristics, the ingenia, I would have taken captarem, uncertainty in the place of certainty. So, put that all together. This is the beginning of his speech, that he's talking about these opportunities would have happened, there's great hope, and these things would have happened, and he's talking about the cowardice and stuff, and have taken uncertainty over certainty. Okay, sed quia, but because multus and magnus tempestadibus, this can mean time, occasionally it means a storm or the weather, and we have adjectives separated by et, which is the way Latin does things. So many great, we might call it stormy weather, I suppose, for now. You, cognovi, I know. So I know that you, in many great tempestuous situations, are fortis fidos qui to me. You're brave and loyal to me. Eo, probably for this reason, animus orsus, the mind dares. It's a semi-deponent, usually takes the infinitive. Mind dares maxume and pulchurumum facinus incipere. So my mind dares to incipere, to begin this maxume, this great and this superlative, most beautiful deed. Also, sometimes it means crime. At the same time, because vobis eadem, because vobis to you, eadem is the same, it's a pronoun. Okay, because to you is the same, quae to me, which is to me. Bona maliqui esse intellexi. So he understands that the same is for you as it is to me, of bona and mala, good and evil. And intellexi is a head verb, taking this essay here. Okay, for idem velle, for to want the same, atque idem nolle, and to know the same. Okay, so what he's thinking is to know the same things which are good and evil, to want and to know the same things. And ea, and for this, demum finally, firma amicitices. This is a firm basis for friendship, or this is a strong friendship thought. So, if you want to go over it again, because he cognovos, he understands that in many and great stormy times, he knows that you are fortis and fidos to him. His mind dares to begin this crime or deed, which is great and very beautiful. At the same time, he understands that the same things are to you as which are to me, between good and evil, to want them and to understand them. And this is a firm basis for friendship. Sed ego quae mente agitavoe, but I, quae, these things which I have in the perfect, agitated in my mind, or stirred up in my mind, omnes already, yams already, omnes is all these things, and here before, yam in the past is already, in the present is now, and in the future will be very soon. All these things before, audistis, you have heard, This is the plural second person. Divorcee. You've heard me digress on them, or literally means to branch off. Divorcee. It also is when you go off to stay somewhere off to the side of the road, when you go to an inn or somewhere. Ceterum. So I've had sed, which is a stronger version of but. Here's ceterum, it's a milder version. But mihi, to me, in dies, from day to day. Magus anima accenditur. This is a passive, so from day to day more, my mind is burning, as it's passive. Cum considero, when I consider, or whenever I consider. Quae conditio vita futura sit. Which conditions of life futura sit will be in future? Nisi, unless, nos met, this is the strengthener for nos, ipsis vindicamus in libitum. Unless for ourselves we liberate ourselves into freedom, of vindicare, avenge, or to make free for ourselves, ipsi. So we'll make a daily dictionary word. Here's from Ramshorn's Dictionary of Latin Synonyms. You get the diverteres, diversaries, diffusorium, all the turning off words. Stopping, tearing, where we've alighted, blah, 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 goes off to turning off. From the main road, so you get digress and all these other things from there. And from the Latin a simple word, to separate, divert, turn into, digress, to oppose, and also for divorces it's used. Okay, 7. Nam postquem, for after, res publica, the republic, in pecorum potentium, into, but that accusative, into the power, the potentium, split here with the genitive of the few. Jus and dictionem concessit, it was conceded or fell, the rights and the power, the diction fell into the power of a few. Semper, always, reges, kings, to these people, illis. Tetrarchs, there's some sort of Greek word, I think, for tetrarchs, rulers. Vectigales, these are people who pay taxes or bribes to secure recognition of their titles. Populi, people, nations, pendere, stipendia. These people are nations, they pendere means they spend or they pay stipends, which are taxes linked to the vecticles again. Ceterae omnes, strenui boni nobiles et qui ignobiles, vulgus formus sine gratia sine auctoritat, jus obnoxe quibus si res publica valeret form midini essimus. Okay, so ceterae omnes, all us, the rest of us, these are in apposition. Strenuous means they're active or busy. The boni, the good. Nobles and ignobles mean nobles and the common people. Formus, we are. Vulgus, it's like multitude. It's a singular word describing a lot of people. So we are the common people. Sine and sine, it's going to take ablatives. Without gratia, which is influence. Sine auctority, without power. Obnoxi is to those. Obnoxious comes from this. It actually means subservient or followers. It's got a couple of actual meanings. So we are followers to those, quibus, who are, quibus, if res publica valeret, if the republic was strong, valeret, essimus, we would be formidinae, we would be something they dread or something like that. Acqui, and so accordingly. Omnis gratia, all this influence or favour, and the potentia, the power, and the honours, the dividia, which are the riches, are apud illos sunt. They're amongst those people. Ought, ubi illae vunt. Ubi means where, sometimes it means when, because it's where in time, but or to where volunt, or to where those people want it to go. So all these influence and powers, honours and riches are amongst these people, or to where they want them to be. Where were we? Nobis. To us, relique pericula. They've left or relinquished pericula, danger. Repulse us. They've been driven away from power. Judicias, the law courts, and negestiam, which is poverty. So, quae, which, quo usque, this is an usque word combined with quo. Quo means to where, so as far as to where, it literally means. Tandem, so nevertheless, or yet or still, as to how far, which will patia mini, which will we, will you endure or suffer. Patimini in ancient Latin, it would be the what do you call it when you tell someone to do something? An imperative would be patamino, and then it eventually became patamini, which is also just the common deponent word for second person plural. So, how much will you endure, O fortissimi viri? This is a calling them out. O most bravest men. So it would be not necessarily nominative, it would be more vocative. Then we have nonne imore per virtutum praestat, quam vitam miseram atqui in honestam, ubi aliena superbiae ludibrio furis per dedecus amitere. So, nonne, surely, imore, to die, per praestat, this is an impersonal, which I've just set up here from the download list of impersonal, it means it's better. Surely it is better to die per virtutum, for your valour, quam, than a miserable life, a vitam miserum and in ostam, where superbia aliena, where the proudness, arrogance of others, furis, you're made a ludibrico, which is a plaything or a mocking, where you become a mocking or a plaything of another's proudness. So it's better to omittere this vitam, this miserable and honest life, and it's better to die for your valour than to lose it per deducus, which is a dishonour. So here is the impersonal verbs. Praestat comes from 50, it looks like, on the all words list. It is better, preferable, plus infinitive, first conjugation. This is only a few pages of impersonal verbs in the downloads. Okay. Virum enim viro. This is a lot of buts. Virum by itself can mean but. Enim and viro. Cicero would use enim viro as a strong but. Or you could say for sure. But for sure is another way of putting it. Pro dem atqui hominem fidem. Just means by the trust in the gods of men, or by the protection of the gods of men, however you want to put it. Dem and hominem are actually genitives. Pro usually takes the ablative, but it's probably some sort of interjection here, or an adverb. So, by the trust in all the gods and of man. Victoria in menu nobis est. So this is the dative nobis to us. Victory is to us. It's not in manibus, it's in menu. So since it's singular, can mean it's in our hand, or it depends on our hands. Viget aetas means the age, or our age is vigorous or flourishing. The animus, our spirit, valid, is strong. Contrarily, contra, illus to these people, annus and divinia omnias consenuerunt. So the years and the riches, all of these people have grown old. Like a senex is an old man. Consenuerum means they've grown old, but we're in our prime, basically, and our hearts and minds are strong, is what he's saying. I might just scroll a bit here. Where are we going? That far. Tantum modo, sometimes it's one word, but it just means only, if you take them together. Incepto opus est. Opus est means needed. Takes the ablative. What is needed is an inception, a beginning only. Cetera res, the rest of these matters or circumstances, expedient. They will unroll for themselves. Etenim. And in fact, quis mortalem, who of mortals, basically what man, cui to him, dative, viral ingenium est. This is one of these ones that takes e with the neuter and is with the male form. To who has a male or virile character, potes tolerate, is able to tolerate illas, these people, illas, superare in divitas. Their riches are exceeding, basically. Superare, it means they've got too much riches, which profundant in extruendo mari and montibus coequandus. These are some, that's a gerundive or whatever, so which they profundant, they pour out these divitas, these riches, in extruing, which is building, on the sea and in mountains. Okay, so what they're doing is building up on the sea, making jetties probably, and their coequandus is levelling the mountains. So they've got so much money left over that they build up the sea and flatten the mountains. Nobis, to us, rem familiam etiam, ad necessite diest. Diest means lacking. There's lacking nobis to us, even the familiar circumstances that to necessary things, something like that. Illos, those accusative plural, bines or amplis, so two or more, domos, so this would be illos domos, their houses, to continuare. This would mean to lengthen their house or to make a continuous length of their housing. Nobis, to us, alla familiarem nusquam ulem esse. Ulem usually is the naughty nine pronominatives, usually has a negative thing, so nusquam means never. So all those people are able to extend their houses two or more times the normal size. To us, Allah is the household god, usually lives in the fireplace. They don't have any place for their house. Cum tabulus, when they're paintings, and signa here would mean statues. Tora muta emunt was when they buy their paintings and their statues and their toria mata, which are carved vessels. It's the Greek word basically for what we saw the other day as a vasa kalata. I think the kalata was one of the daily dictionary words. They derunt the nova, they destroy their new houses, and they edificant, they build another one. So, postremo, finally, omnis modus, in all these ways, they trahant their pecunium, they handle their money, they vexant. I'm guessing they're vexing these poorer people. Nevertheless, tamen, summa lubnine, divitatus sue vincere nequiunt. With their summa libidino, with their highest lusts, they're not able to conquer their divitatus suus, their own riches. So no matter how much lust they have for building and buying statues and paintings, etc., they cannot conquer their money. They've still got money left. Et nobis est domi in opia, foris eis alium, mala res spes multo asperior, deniqui quid reliqui habemus praeter miseram animam. So to finish in English, but nobis to us, est domi at home, is inopia, which is a lack. Foris outside is eis alium, the bronze of mother, which is the debt. Mala res, bad circumstances, bad matter. The spes is multo asperia, which is comparative, a much harsher hope for us, nobis. Deniqui, and finally, or in short, what habemus reliqui? What have we got reliqui left? Praeter, besides a miseram animum. That's a wretched breath or something like that.